Chicken Town tonight. Well, split a time in Chicken Town tonight. Well, the rooster bought a pine with a silver dollar. Box is over in the next holler. Split a time in Chicken Town tonight. Well, split a time in Chicken Town tonight. Well, split a time.
Hey everybody, thanks for coming out, hanging out again. Well, as you can tell by now, it's the way that it is. Things have changed around here a little bit. Going with a little different name. It's simpler. It's easier for me to remember, and that's the main thing. Just went out and had some Mexican, and boy, I don't know how much we'll get done tonight. Takes a lot of work to keep this tool shed going, you know. So anyway, we got some fun things planned for the channel. We'll just see how far we get and how much of you want to hang out and check it out. But tonight, getting back on this MGA engine. Turns out when I said that Ralph didn't have a time frame, he does. He wants to drive this car next year. You see it back there? Anyhow, we're going to get the engine kind of put back together, get it in one piece, get the transmission out. It's over there, get it resealed, ready to put back together. Plan is get the engine transmission in the frame, get it running so I know everything's good. It's a little easier to mess with it then than after the body's on. So, anyway, one step at a time. Alright, let me get some stuff set up, show you guys a few things. Alright, so, first off, old gasket. Got a new one in that box, I believe, with some other stuff. So get that cleaned up. And if you look down inside, see if I can get you guys zoomed in. Kind of see the gunky stuff right there. Looks like rust. It's not. It's just gunk. The camshaft's in really good shape. So what I need to do is roll it over clean, wipe and clean through the whole thing. Get the inside of it as clean as I can get. And then get our pan ready. Get this cleaned off, put together. I'll show you after I do all that. Hey, yeah, good motor, new pistons. Might not mark the #1 spot while I'm here.
Unless you want a clickbait thumbnail.
Yeah, of you?
Yeah, it scared people away.
It does. Alright, so we got her all cleaned up inside. Best we can get it, all lubed up, turned everything. Need some Marvel Mystery oil. We don't know what's in it, that's why it's a mystery. So, Scuba, say hi, Scuba.
Hey, everybody.
So it shouldn't be a big deal. Line up our holes. Plop her on there. There's some RTV on the ends where some misconceptions could be, if that's the word for it. Nice clean oil pan. Well, yeah, a little easier than that, but this isn't a how-to, so you guys know. There's Scuba.
Yo.
See, there's a lock washer and a washer. Right?
Which one goes on first?
The lock washer's first, and then the washer.
Okay.
At least for most of them. Some of them there's little weird things going on.
You said lock washer first, and then the regular washer.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so we got the thing down there put on, and I was getting ready to lube all this stuff up because you know, it's already free. We've gone over this before. But when this engine is in the frame and it's running, I want to make sure that my lifters are rotating. The only way I know that they're rotating is watching the push rods rotate. Well, the easiest way to do that put a little paint mark on each one. That paint will never hurt any kind of motor oil, anything, but when it first starts up, I'll have that off and I'll be able to watch them rotate. If I see one that's not rotating, well, then we got to take the side cover off and kind of see if we can finagle it. If it doesn't rotate, it'll wipe a camshaft and a lifter really fast. You know, the big thing nowadays is, well, the Chinese are making camshafts. The metal's not hard enough. Well, that's not what it is. Each cam lobe is not the same size all the way across the lobe. It's actually at a very slight angle. So that when it goes around, it's actually rotating the lifter. And actually that little half of a thousandths difference helps keep oil film in there. So that's what they're doing. They're not grinding them right. So anyway, we'll let that dry a minute, get some looby and clean this thing up. It looks nasty. Good morning. Well, you see last night we got the oil pan there put on. Got her all cleaned up on the inside, lubed up with the Marvel Mystery Oils. Soaked her down. I wanted to soak her down with something so we can get her cleaned up. I don't want to paint this engine. I believe most of that is original paint. Anything I put on it's just not going to last. So the only thing I had, bug and tar remover. I thought it was a good idea. It's made by Gunk. And bug and tar remover is a really oil based sort of thing. And you kind of see it still looks a little shiny, so it doesn't really evaporate, but what's worse than tar and bugs? It's got to be nothing for the grease and the dirt and the grime. So we'll get it all cleaned up, and you know, that's the whole thing. Oh yeah, check out my mug. Not this mug, this mug. Great channel to watch. Cold War Motors, check them out. Get over to them boys and you like them, subscribe to them. They do a lot of fun stuff I wish I could do. You know, tell them Junk sent you and said hey. So let's get to going. Do a little something here. There. Oh yeah, I got a joke for you. I'm going to start this whole thing with jokes. Dad jokes. Clean, you know. Ralph did one on the last video. He didn't know he was on the video. But go back and check the last video out. It's pretty funny stuff, really. I don't know where he steals them. I got an idea, but here's your joke for you. It'll be my turn this time. You guys want to comment below? Leave me a joke or two. The really, you know, the cornier the better. You know, dad jokes. And I'll feature them on the next video. And you know, if you want, I'll give you a shout out. It might be some fun little thing to do. Maybe we'll do some dancing too. Anyhow, here it goes. What do you call a chicken coop with 4 doors? Chicken sedan. Alright, battery's about dead. Turned out pretty fair. Some of the paint came off. I plugged off all my holes with just keep most of the water out of the engine. We'll probably dump some oil in it when we get it all together and drain it, you know, make sure any kind of materials from the working stuff, but you know, there we go. Turned out pretty nice, I think. We'll see. We'll leave it up to Ralph. If he wants me to paint it, I'll paint it for him. Me, I'd probably just leave it. Next project is that. Let's go ahead and clean that up because we have some resealing and working on that to do. Transmission, found a couple starters, 2 carburetors. I've got some parts carburetors in there too. A couple of distributors, and both of them are froze, so I can get one loosened up and one we can use. Found the oil filter housing, 2 intake manifolds. I think I'll polish up the aluminum one. That would look nice, huh? Alright, move some stuff around and get this battery charged up. Well, there's this dirty greasy thing. I've got a gasket kit for this, so I'm hoping to replace that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. But it's pretty nasty. So we'll go ahead and get her cleaned up a little more aggressively than the engine, since this is just doesn't matter. There's nothing, no paint to save. So let's try this. I know for a fact it'll work. Of course, I learned this from my friend Pete years ago, from watching his videos. Look up DIY Auto School, my friend Pete, Southwest Rod and Custom. Pete's a good one. He'll teach you a lot too. Go find him, make you a comment, tell him Junk Box said hey. I'm just going to soak this down. I'll have to take all this apart. This was froze. I kept putting lube in there, and now it works, it shifts. But I'll have to take it apart and clean it. Little shifty Magoo thing there. Transmission mount's ate up because of it leaking all over it. You know, these MGAs, about bet they were worse than Chevrolets about it leaking. Alright, so I'm gonna get that soaked down, let it soak, have me a man snack while I was at the dollar store. Now that stuff there is about $4 a can at the dollar store. Your engine gunk cleaner. I haven't looked lately, but I bet it's $15, $16, $17. So we're just going to do this the cheap way, and the dollar store was just right down the street. Get back with you. Alright, well, motor's cleaned up, transmission's cleaned up. We'll get that up on the table, get it tore apart on the next video. Do some resealing action. I wanted you guys to see this. Fall Guys. I'm gonna try to get. Nope. All about my dad. My dad is 21 years old. See, that's what it says. My dad makes the best hugs ever. I'm going to fly. Oh, my dad always says, I'm going to go fix some cars. My dad and I like to ride on the row kart. She meant go-kart. My dad is funniest because lifts me up like an airplane. My dad's car is full of junk. If I had a lot of money, I'd buy my dad toy cars. My dad is so strong he can lift my dog. I know my dad loves me because I'm really funny to him. Happy Father's Day. Love, Lily. You know, I'm 21. I mean, you know, as long as she thinks I am. Alright, fellas, so thanks for hanging out. I touched something on my dang camera. Anyway, thanks for hanging out again. We'll see you on the next one. I gotta do some recording for this new video format thing I'm coming up with, so you guys have a good one. See you on the next one.